So good afternoon, everybody. I know this is like the session right after lunch and on a Friday of the event. So thanks for taking the time being here. I'm sure we'll try to make it worth your time and share some good stuff. So just a show of hands, how many did the Hulk ride yesterday? Just one? Two? Yes, I win the bet. So I had a bet with David saying, hey, less than 30% of the people would have done the ride. So I bailed out, and he was giving me a bad time about that. So today we'll talk about DevOps, what you're doing today with DevOps, service deployment, and how we can make it easier for you in these areas. So I'm Gaurav Bhatnagar. I'm a program manager on the Azure Resource Manager team. I'm joined here by David.
Hi, everybody.
So today, the agenda, we'll talk about a quick intro about Azure Resource Manager. You might have already know about it. But we'll talk about some of the challenges as you're orchestrating your deployments through Azure Resource Manager. And then we'll jump into some of the new capabilities that we are adding, which will help you in these areas. And it will be followed by a demo about those new capabilities. So some basic concepts about Azure Resource Manager. And I'll quickly, just a show of hands, how many are using Azure Resource Manager today for your deployments? OK, so that's what we expected. So we are going over these not because you don't know about these, but because it will tie in very well with the new capabilities that we are going to announce. So that's why keep in mind these features of Azure Resource Manager today, as it will be needed later on in the presentation. So subscriptions, you need an Azure subscription today to provision any resource in Azure. You might be using different subscriptions for your different environments you have, like a subscription for your prod environment, but you may be using a different subscription for your test environment or pre-prod environments. Resource groups is the unit of deployment today. Whatever you are deploying is getting deployed at the resource group scope, although we added a capability to deploy stuff at subscription scope. But your resource group is the most common unit of deployment. Regions is where you are deploying the resources to. Like you can be deploying a website that goes to a East US region. That region may be different from the region of the resource group itself. And then the resource providers and resource types. So we have 100+ services in Azure, which we call as resource providers. And each of those services has a bunch of resource types. So an example would be compute is a resource type, a resource provider, and the resource type would be a virtual machine. So these are and through your template, through your deployments, you are creating instances of these resource type. And then lastly, how you are creating instances of this resource type is through a template file where you describe the resources that you want to be provisioned and a parameter file which describes the input you need for those resources that need to be provisioned. This is a sample, very simple template. It is in the resources section, you will see a storage account getting deployed and the regular other schema which is needed for the resource manager template. Now, the benefits of declarative, so you can create resources in two ways in Azure. You can either do it through a script by going to a portal, going to a CLI, or you can use it, deploy declaratively through a template. So there are benefits of declarative deployments. We don't want to go into details of it, but when you are moving to the declarative deployment model, you are treating your infrastructure as a code, and you are, your template files live alongside your app code, and you are getting deployed. You're deploying those in a more of a DevOps kind of fashion. So a typical template may be deploying a VM and a storage, which may be getting either deployed to one resource group, or you have the capability to deploy them through the same template to different resource groups. Making your deployments declarative or making your provisioning declarative gives you idempotency. It gives you repeatability so that you can repeat the deployment and it gives you the same goal state again. You can automate your whole pipeline across your dev, test, and prod environments. You can use any of the existing CI/CD tools like Jenkins or any other third party or the first party built by Microsoft like VSTS, VSO, to really automate your end-to-end pipeline. Now, as we talk to enterprises and organizations, a very typical, like what are the common scenarios you are doing when you are making your deployments and making the whole CI/CD pipeline to do your deployments? What is a typical common scenario? So one of the first ones that came out was, okay, I have my template, I have my infra that is described through this template. I want to deploy it to region 1. And then before I proceed, I want to make sure the deployment in region 1 is healthy. and then I want to deploy to region 2 and region 3 and so on and so forth. So this cross-region deployment is a very typical scenario that came out that organizations want to do. But to realize that scenario, the tools that you have today, there are some current challenges that you run into to realize that scenario, right? How do you even orchestrate this multi-region deployment? There are tools out there, but you are on your own to leverage those tools to see, okay, I want to deploy to region 1, but I want to either wait or I want to wait for some health for that deployment to check on that health before I want to deploy to region 2. So how do I even do that? You are on your own to plug in those tools into your pipelines and orchestrate that entire thing. How do you detect these early? So you do a deployment to region 1. Say, for example, it was not a good deployment. You want to stop it right there before it impacts your service globally. How do you do that, right? So there were some challenges around that. On the service level view, this is where I'm not sure if people are thinking about that, which is where your service may comprise of multiple components. You could have a front end of your service, you could have a back end of your service, a middle tier, maybe a caching layer, and there could be multiple components that your service comprise of and that you're deploying through this orchestrated DevOps pipeline. Do you need to have a view at a higher level about what these different components are that are getting deployed to different resource groups? Your front end could comprise of like 10 resources or 10 resource types. Your backend could have similar multiple number of resource types which are getting deployed to resource groups today. Do you want a higher level view about all these things? Is that needed? I don't know. This is one of the things that came out during our conversations with customers. And then as a result of that, when you have a higher level view and you have components in your service, there might be a case where your components depend on each other. So today, in Azure Resource Manager, your resources can depend on each other, like your virtual machine can depend on your storage account, but your front end, can it depend on your back end? And do you think about those cases, those challenges? And the last one is, as you're updating these services, you definitely don't want to incur downtime for your customers. So these were some common themes that emerged out, which is what got us going and thinking, and which is what brings us to the capabilities that we want to present to you guys and get your feedback on it. And this is where I hand off to David to walk us through these new capabilities that we are going to talk about.
Thanks, Gaurav. Hi, everybody. My name is David. I'm a principal program manager on the One Deploy team at Microsoft. I'm actually super stoked to be talking to you guys today because, as Gaurav mentioned, it's Friday. It's the session after lunch. You guys will probably get some food coma setting in. If you've been eating convention food all week, you've got the gurgles setting in. And that tells us that the folks that are here, you guys are actually here because you really care. And that makes this extra exciting for us. So we're here today announcing for the first time a new feature called Azure Deployment Manager. Azure Deployment Manager's main thing is that it allows you to do staged rollouts of ARM resources. So today, if you've done ARM deployments, you put together your template files, you put together your parameters files, you run the little command and it says, boom, I want to deploy these resources to this region and this resource group, right? But all of those other challenges that Gaurav mentioned earlier then abound, and you have to go to third-party solutions that build on top of ARM if you want to perform proper, safe deployments. So what Azure Deployment Manager lets you do is to deploy to a specific region. You deploy to Canary, for example. Let it stew there for a while, let it bake, make sure things are good, and then after you're sure that things are good, then you can move on and eventually out to production. We don't want you guys to be like the most interesting dev in the world, right? To be like, I don't always test my code, but when I do it in production, right? That's not what we're looking for. We're looking for the ability for you to actually make sure that it goes out over time. This also allows you to do schematized deployment for multiple services. So before, if you're used to writing ARM templates, you write, again, for individual resources, you don't think about them at the service level scope. This changes that. This is true infrastructure as code. It also enables safe deployment practices. That's in two ways. The first way is by stopping unhealthy deployments in their tracks. This is by integrating with your existing service monitoring software, which we'll talk about. And also, it allows you to run custom code so that if you have any sort of company custom policies, you can execute those as part of deployment as well. It's very highly scalable. In fact, the underlying technology that Azure Deployment Manager is built on is used internally by Microsoft to deploy a bunch of our own services, so you won't have to worry about scalability. And it allows for easy multi-region deployments as well. So, we're announcing all of these great new features, and I know what you're probably thinking, like, holy crap, what is this new thing? What is this going to cost me? Well, it's actually completely free, because these are all just new features that are built into ARM now. So if you're using existing ARM template and parameters files, you're going to get all of this as new features added into there. Sweet. So where do I go from here? How do I use it? Well, let's talk about the things that you need in order to perform a deployment. Now, this is independent of ADM. This is just in general. The first thing that you need is the files that you're going to deploy. Now, in ARM, that means you need template files, you need parameter files describing the resources that you're going to deploy, and you also actually need the specific files that comprise your specific service, so the HTML files, the CSPKG files, etc. And that means that you need a place to store those files as well. You also need an idea of what the topology of your resources look like. So once you've got all of these things live and running, what are your inter-service dependencies, right? Do I need a specific storage location to be online before I can start using it in a VM, for example? You just need to have that mental model, because we're going to take that mental model and convert it into infrastructure as code. And then lastly, you need an ordering for how you want to deploy these things and when, right? And that goes hand in hand with the dependencies latent inside your service topology. So let's walk through each of these three things one at a time. The first is a place for your files. So how do we store your files with Azure Deployment Manager? Simple. We have this thing called Azure Storage. You might have heard of it. It's pretty straightforward. You create a blob storage account. You upload the files there. If you're using Azure Storage Explorer, there's a simple right-click to get what's called a SASZeri, or Shared Access Signature. It's literally just a URL to those files. You paste that into some JSON, which I'll show in just a minute. Boom, done. If you have a separate storage location for your templates and your binaries, that's also natively supported. So it totally makes sense that you define your service topology in one place. And then, as you continue to build your software, you put all of your binaries in an entirely different place. We get that. Also, if you continue to build your binaries and have daily build numbers or version numbers that change frequently, we make it very easy so that you don't have to keep changing a whole ton of files to keep up with that. So now we jump into the code here. This is why there's a 300-level talk. The stuff that's new is what's highlighted. So everything that you see that's in blue here, that's what's sort of new. So we have here a template artifact source. An artifact source is a new type in ARM. It is a place to store your files. That's really all this indicates. The type is artifact sources. Now, under properties, we have source type Azure Storage. That might be a hint that additional storage types are coming in the future. Authentication, type SAS, that's a shared access signature. Again, a hint that additional ones may be coming. Properties, SASZeri, that's just the actual URL to those files. So that's what I was saying before. When you right-click, you copy, you paste it here, you're done. And then artifact root. Artifact root is essentially the folder structure at the end of that URI where you're going to grab, in this case, the template and parameter files. So you can see here I've got daily builds and then today's date. And you can parameterize this if you're familiar with ARM parameters. And then you change that one parameter and it'll automatically adjust here. And then as we'll see, a bunch of the other locations throughout ADM that reference a place to store your files, they're referencing it relative to your artifact source. So all you have to do is change this single parameter with your daily builds and everything else will sort of trail off of that. Okay, so artifact source, again, is where we're storing the files. Let's talk about a topology for your resources. And this is getting into the infrastructure as a code and defining the services like we talked about earlier. So what is a service topology? Well, service topology is just a group of related services, right? It's just a fancy word for that. And what is a service? It's just, it's composed of multiple parts. You've got a front end, that's the part that the users interact with. Maybe it's a website or something else. You've got a back end, some compute going on, some storage, et cetera. Maybe you have a management plane, data plane, replication, whatever. We call each of these things service units. And service units are just a group of ARM resources, right? So today you're used to deploying ARM resources directly. But now, as we'll see, service units comprise that as well. So we've got ARM template and parameters files. This leads to, in this case, VM and storage. And these are the high budget slides. These are the ones where we got all the cool animations. This is a service unit. Now, you'll notice that this is service unit 1. It's got a front end. it references a resource group and a deployment mode. So if you're used to deploying an ARM today, when you take your template and your parameters files and you put them onto the command line, you have to specify a deployment mode and specify the resource group that you want to deploy to. So now we've taken those off the command line and put them directly into your infrastructure as code. This is a service unit. You can have any number of service units. This is service unit 2. And when you have multiple service units, that comprises a service. So in this case, Contoso Search for West US. The service imparts two important details on all of the things below it. The first is a subscription. Who's going to pay for these, right? Not me, because I spent all my budget on these slides, but you guys. The location, in this case, West US. Multiple services then comprise a service topology. And the service topology specifies the artifact source. Remember, the place where we store our files. In this case, since we're defining what we're deploying, this artifact source refers to the templates and parameters files for the ARM resources that are deployed as part of the service units. So let's take a look at the code here. This is an example service unit. This is the front end. You can see that it has some properties. The first property is the target resource group I'm going to deploy to, then the deployment mode. And then it references the artifacts. This is the ARM template and parameter files for deployment. And you'll notice the naming here of the type. It's template artifact source relative path. Now that path is relative to the artifact source, as the name implies. So if you recall earlier from the artifact source, we had an artifact root. That was like my daily build number. These things then further sub-navigate under that. So I've got a concat of templates and then the actual JSON that creates my template and parameters files. These define the ARM resources that I'm going to deploy. So here's the back end. This is an incremental deployment mode. And you notice that these artifacts are fully qualified URIs. So if you do have resources that are living in different locations, you can either put them directly under one artifact source and then do all of your stuff relative path to that, or you can do absolute pathing as well. So again, multiple service units comprise a service. Here we are with a service. Very simple. Two properties, subscription ID and target location. More stuff is coming soon. And then a service topology, which multiple services comprise. And a service topology here references the artifact source ID. This artifact source is where the template and parameter files live. That's all that is. Really straightforward and really powerful. Okay, so now we've got our entire service defined as, our entire service topology defined as JSON. And now I'm going to get into how do we actually deploy this. Well, deployment is done in ADM through what are called rollouts. Rollouts are composed of step groups, and step groups have three sections. Steps that I want to take before the deployment itself, which is done at the service unit scale, and then steps that I want to take after the deployment. So I know your immediate next question is, what the heck are steps? Let's talk about that. Steps are reusable actions. Think of them like function calls, right? You don't get to define them, we define them, but you customize them when you call them. They can run before or after any service unit deployment, and they allow you to control the deployment. So what are some examples of those? The first obvious one here is wait. So sometimes when you want to deploy a resource, it has to take some time to bake. Let's say you're deploying a VM, it needs to install a few agents, get running before you can move on to the next thing because your next thing has a dependency on it. Just wait. Health check. You want to deploy to a particular region, monitor the health of the service over a period of time, say 24 hours, polling every 30 minutes, making sure things are green before moving on. Right? This is where we start getting to the real power of ADM, especially since we're not going to require you to use like Azure-specific or Microsoft-specific health monitoring services. We will integrate with your existing health monitoring service, which is really cool. Web extensions. Let's say you've deployed a SQL database and then you need to populate it, right? That's not something that really lends itself to deployment. That's sort of custom to your specific scenario. So you host a web service, and as part of deployment, you hit that web service, and it goes off and does whatever it needs to do, and we won't continue on with deployment until it comes back to us with a success. Shell extension, very similar to web extension, except instead of hitting your own custom web service, it calls like a local script. And more on the way. Now, this more on the way bullet is not a fake one. I actually had a fairly spirited discussion with the dev lead for this project about exactly how much we were going to show here. We decided on showing you things that were absolutely coming soon, very close to Ignite, as opposed to giving more of the things that are in the works. There is a lot in the works here in the way of additional steps that you can play with deployment. But the ones here, so Wait is available now, and the health check, web extension, shell extension are coming very, very soon after Ignite. So let's take a look at some more high budget slides here. We start with our steps, and we create a step group. So step group, again, has 3 parts. It has the steps to take before deployment, the deployment itself, and the steps to take after the deployment. So in this situation, we're doing a health check, and then maybe some other ones, and then an extension. Then we perform the deployment of service unit 1, and then move on to the post-deployment steps. Pretty simple. Multiple step groups define your deployment ordering. So if you're familiar with ARM, you're familiar with the depends on concept. That's how dependencies are handled. So in this situation, if step group 2 depends on step group 1, that's actually what's going to perform the ordering of deployment. Right? The rollout will start with step group 1. That may include deploying service unit 1 to a particular region. That may include doing a bunch of health checks. When those health checks come back green, they've been monitored for 24 hours, everything is good, then we move on to the next set of things to deploy. These can also deploy in parallel if they have no specific dependencies. So if I have step group 1, 2, and 3, and 1 and 2 don't depend on each other, but 3 depends on 2, then 1 and 2 will deploy in parallel, and then 3 will deploy in sequence afterward. Now, multiple step groups define a rollout. And you'll notice here that there's another artifact source that's specified. Again, an artifact source is a place where the files are stored, nothing more than that. This is the artifact source that carries the binaries for deployment. So this is the HTML files, the CSPKG files, whatever it is that you're deploying, like the actual meat of it, that's where it's stored here. It's a part of your rollout. Let's take a look at the code. So here's an example step. This is for wait. Has some properties. The step type is wait. We had a lot of spirited conversation about exactly how to name this. I think we landed in a good place. And then we have the duration. PT1M here, that might look a little confusing. It's ISO 8601 standard. That just means 1 minute. Right? And in the demo that we're going to show you later, we actually have a 1 minute wait in there, so we can show you that as well. Let's take a look at the rollout. The rollout here, it's shown in 2 parts. This first part is just the actual like ARM identity as the type is a rollout. The identity that's described here is a user-managed identity. Now, earlier I talked about it as part of the service topology. You have to specify the subscription where you're going to deploy all of these resources to. This identity is simply an Azure identity that has permissions to actually deploy to that subscription. Okay? So you'll go to the portal, you'll create a new identity, you'll grant it access to that subscription, and then they have a simple like click to copy the resource ID, and you paste it in here, and that's all that is. Part 2 of the rollout is the properties. So the build version here isn't a semantically versioned number or anything like that. That's just an open string for you to specify whatever you need as part of your deployment. When you're checking on progress or when you're looking at multiple rollouts that are underway, this is what will tell you what version you're looking at. The artifact source ID refers to where the binaries are located for deployment. So again, artifact sources, place where I store the files. In this case, it's the binaries. The target service topology ID, that's the service topology we created in the previous steps. So your rollout needs to know about your service topology because it's deploying it, and here you're just simply referencing that. Pretty straightforward, right? Step groups, that's when we jump into. Next, so you have here, I've got a name for my step group. I have depends on step group. That's how you perform deployment ordering. So we're looking at step group 2. It depends on step group 1. That's the picture that we were looking at earlier. So step group 2 will not deploy until step group 1 is finished. Pre-deployment steps, blank in this case. A deployment target, which again is a service unit. And then I've got post-deployment steps, which is the wait step. So this is going to perform the deployment of the service unit, and then it's going to wait, in this case for 1 minute. And with that, I'm going to jump it over to Gaurav, who's actually going to show you this running code.
All right, let's see this in action. Okay, so let's start off with these files that David was showing, and he was referring to artifact source all the time. So I have Storage Explorer open that you can see, and I have this root folder. If you can see under my storage account, I have this root folder. So think of it as the root, which David referenced to earlier, where all like my daily drops, like as my CI/CD pipeline runs, it will drop bits to this particular root folder and version that from now. You can see 2 folders here, templates and binaries. So in one folder, all my templates are going, which is basically my infra. And in the binaries folder is all my application code that needs to be deployed on that infra. So think of the CSPKG files, the web config files, and all those files that are needed that need to be deployed as part of that infra are in my binaries folder. So let's go through the templates folder, and really here we can see every new build that happens on my CI/CD pipeline is creating a new drop folder, which is basically my build version. So every folder here corresponds to a new build that happened in my CI/CD pipeline, and it has artifacts or template files corresponding to that version, right? So I can drill deeper into this one. And here now you can see my different things that I need to deploy. Like, one is my service unit for East US, and one is my service unit for West US. And if we go deeper into that, this will be my template files for that service unit entity that David just mentioned about. So if we jump back and go over to the binaries folder, I will have a similar structure there where I'll have a version corresponding to each drop from my build. So in here, you can see there are 2 zip files which contain the actual code that needs to be deployed once my infra is provisioned, once my infrastructure is provisioned. And these are the 2 files corresponding to the 2 service units that I'll be deploying in the demo. All right, so let's go to PowerShell and deploy these things. So I've opened these files, the 2 commands that we'll need, well, really 1 command that we'll need in this demo. And that is the command that you may be already aware of, which is how do you deploy a template to a resource group. That's that commandlet in PowerShell. So the first command that I'm going to run will be creating a service topology. So all the things that we saw in the first part of the demo before the rollout actually happens, which is creating the services. The service units are getting created through this commandlet. So I'll let this run, and we can go to portal to see what's going on. So no deployment started so far, but soon there should, oh, did I hit enter? Don't tell me I did not hit enter.
Wi-Fi is a little flaky at the conference, so we'll give it a second here.
Okay, let's try again. There you go, 1 deploying. So here I can see all the resources that were described in my template, in my service topology template, being deployed. So these are the resources which are the service units, the service topology, and the services that are part of my entire footprint of my service getting created right now. It is not actually rolling out anything. It is not actually deploying the templates that are referenced through these entities. It is merely deploying the resources. So once that is done, I can go to my other commandlet, and this is the commandlet that is really triggering the rollout. So in here, I'm deploying the rollout template that I've created, and once I trigger this off, we'll quickly jump to the files and see those 2 files, which we saw in David's deck. But let me just quickly start this. Okay, so now that this has started, let's quickly jump over to the files. So this is my service topology template. You saw snippets of this in what David showed earlier. But in here, the key resources are the artifact resource, where this is a resource which is storing all my template files. So I've created that resource in my template. I've given it the artifact root, and this is the same artifact root that I showed you in the Storage Explorer, which is the root folder under my storage account. And then it is creating all these different resources that need to be created, which is a service topology, the services, and the service units that I need to deploy. So in this case, my service units are a web application and a storage account that I'm deploying through these service units. So you can see in the service unit section, I am referencing 2 templates through the relative path because I have stored them in the artifacts root, in the artifact source resource that I created. I'm referencing them through the service relative path. So that's my first service unit, which is deploying to 1 region. And then here is my second service unit. And it is also referencing the templates that I have stored in my storage account. Let's go over and take a look at the parameters for that. Really straightforward. It is getting the location to the artifact source. It is getting the relative path where my drop is, and you can really parameterize this. I have parameterized this. So this will change with every drop that you spin up. And then this is a target subscription that I want these things to be deployed into. And now let's take a look at the rollout template, because that is where the actual rolling out of the templates that I've defined happen. So in the rollout template, I will have, again, an artifact source resource. Now this is, you have an ability to really use different artifact sources for your templates and binaries, or you can use the same one. So it's your choice. Where the thought process where we needed to kind of segregate was the templates don't rev up that often, but your binaries rev up more often. So in the rollouts, the binaries that need to be deployed need to rev up more frequently, so you can use different artifact source for that, but you don't need to create an artifact source when you're creating the service topology, because that artifact source can stay the same. So that's why you have the option, you can reference the same one. And then this is where we are creating a step. So the wait step that we saw is getting created here. So you can see the type is wait. And then this is the actual rollout resource, right? So this is what this is saying is, this is my build version that needs to be deployed. Take the artifacts from this drop location, and this is where you need to deploy this to. This is my target topology ID, which needs to be deployed. And then this describes the step groups and the steps that David showed you earlier. So I can say, okay, deploy my service unit 1. After that, wait for some time, and then deploy my other service unit. So this is where I am constructing how the rollout needs to happen and what intermittent steps do I need to inject between the actual deployment and after the actual deployment. So here you can say I deploy the first group, which is deploying my service unit 1, wait for some time, and then deploy this, the other step group. So this was the template. And then while the deployment, while the actual rollout is going on, you can check the progress of that rollout through this commandlet, which is the third commandlet, which is the second commandlet that you will need. Get Azure RM Deployment Manager rollout, and you can run this, and it will give you a status of that rollout, because now this deployment can run over days. Oh, sorry, I got the resource group wrong. Too much practicing sometimes messes things up, so don't practice too much. So this is where you can see the status of my deployment is currently running, and it is showing me what is the referenced artifact source ID, what is the service topology ID target where things are getting deployed to, what are the services you are deploying as part of this, and all the details which are being rolled out. Because as I was saying earlier, this rollout can happen over multiple days, even multiple weeks, because you are orchestrating a complex service level deployment across multiple regions, right? So now you want to have a way outside of the deployment status tracking to get a status of this rollout, right? So this is a new commandlet that you can use to get the status at a higher level of a rollout. You already can use the existing deployment status commandlet which you have to track individual deployments, but if you want a higher level status of 15 deployments that are happening as part of this rollout, you can use this commandlet. Okay. Now this will take some time, I think. So what we can do is we can really jump into and show what should have gotten deployed had this run. You can go here.
So what you're seeing here are the two resource groups for the resources that were deployed. Yep. And you'll notice that we deployed a website named My Super Cool Website, both in West US and in East US.
So this is the West US version of my website.
Right. Now, we wanted to demo the fact that you have this super cool, brand new, state-of-the-art deployment technology that can truly deploy anything that you can support on Azure.
What do you mean anything?
Well, in this case, I mean 90s websites. So
did you do anything with my demo?
I did. Yeah.
I had a very, okay.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So you can see at the bottom here, the West US service is live. We've got our 90s website here deployed with Azure Deployment Manager.
Okay, let's talk about that.
Yeah. And jump over to the East US one as well.
This is also messed up. Or, I mean.
It is accurate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh no. Nice music.
That one got some laughs. There's some Hanson fans here in the audience. All right.
All right, enough of that music for me.
Yeah, for sure.
So here's how we can control the different deployments that you can orchestrate across regions and really stage your deployment where you deploy to a region, wait for some time, wait for some health signals, and then deploy to other regions. And as David was saying, we have more capabilities on what you can do in these post-deployment steps or pre-deployment steps. Currently, wait is enabled. Health check will be there right around now or sometime soon. And we'll be adding more new capabilities like these.
So if you'd like to try this, it's available for preview. You can go to this website to sign up. It'll take us some time to enable your subscription in order to use all of these new features that we just unveiled. If you have any questions about what we just talked about, some questions, here we go. Yeah, I can go back to the QR code. The next slide contains resources on documentation, tutorials, walkthroughs of everything we just talked about, as well as a website where you can go to provide us feedback, and it's specific to this feature as part of the overall ARM live site on feedback.azure.com.
Yeah, and the tutorial we used for the demo is there on the public documentation, so you can go there and try it out. All the scripts are there, like step-by-step describing what needs to be done. You can download the zip and start deploying it.
Exactly. And please do take the time to evaluate this session. We really appreciate that, and we're happy to take questions. We left as much time as we could available for questions.
I think you had a flight, that's why we left time.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, folks.
Thank you.